Hey, we're back. Okay. I know I said that I know that last one was basically a slight rehash of the. You know what? Whatever. No more excuses. Let's just fucking dive in. I know for sure it's gonna be different this time. Swearsies. Alright. And with no further delays, UBW. It's a bit windy now. Hopefully it's not too loud. It must be partly because this place is on top of a hill. The wind is a bit stronger than normal and carries a sharp chill. Shiro, is your business here complete? Yeah, I learned more than enough about the situation I'm in. About the Holy Grail War, about the Masters, everything. And then she comes closer and looks up at me. It's only natural for her to do so. Her fate is determined by my choice. I don't know if I'm good enough for you, but I've decided to fight as a master. I'm sorry that I'm only an amateur. Are you still content that I am your master? It matters not. You are already my master. I have already sworn to be your sword. A scene flashes through my mind. You're right. Yeah. I'm relieved you say so. Take a deep breath and look at Saber again. Oh, hey, Gothmon. Hold on. Let me just... Hey, Gothmoth. Welcome to the chat. Then let's shake our hands and do our best together, Saber. This feels like the first time anybody's actually watching me live. Anyway, I extend my right hand. I don't care what relationship as a master and a servant should have, nor do I know what I should be doing right now. If this is the way things are going to be, I at least want our first greeting to be in style. Saber? Are we not supposed to shake hands? That is not the case. I was merely surprised by the sudden action. Game's going pretty good, I think, but this is all new to me, so we're just kind of feeling it out. Saber takes my hand as she says so. I shall swear to you once more here, as long as you possess your command spell, I shall be your sword. I don't get the situation too well, but yes, please. Saber's really serious, so I nod. Come to think of it, this is weird. We're under the winter night sky. I'm shaking hands with a girl I just met, and we're talking like we're making a contract. Oh, I guess I can leave you two, huh? I quickly look over hand. When I turn around, I see Tosaka. And that knight in red. You two are getting along well. You weren't even talking before, but things have certainly changed. What, you trust Saber now? No, that's not... I guess so, yeah. I don't know anything about Saber yet, but I'll be with her from now on. I see. Then you should be on your guard. Since you two are in this war, I won't go easy on you either. I tilt my head and wonder. For a brief moment, I don't really understand what she said. Hey now, do you understand that we're enemies? I brought you here because you weren't my enemy yet. But you're one of the masters now, right? And I think there's only one thing to do now. Huh? Well, she's right, but... Why? I don't want to fight you. Man, just as I thought. Jeez, it was meaningless to bring you here. Josaka slumps her shoulders. Rin. What? I thought we promised that you wouldn't talk until I tell you it's okay. I know, but we will make no progress like this. We do not need to find out if our enemy is ready or not. If there are enemies we can defeat easily, we should attack them without holding back. Hey, I know that without you having to tell me. I don't know why I skipped over that. If you know on that, act on it. What, you just gonna show him mercy again? don't imagine so. But don't tell me there's a special reason for this.
That's not it. I just owe him one. I can't fight fairly until I repay him for that.
You sure are difficult. Then I shall be disappearing. Call on me again after you repay him. Or whatever. The Knight in Red, Archer, disappears. No, rather, I just can't see him anymore. According to Tosaka, servants are spirits. Saber says she cannot return to spirit form, but I'm sure Tosaka's servant can, since Tosaka is a complete master. Well, that aside. Hey Tosaka, that thing about you owing me, do you mean about what happened back then?
Yeah, no matter what the reason may be, you used your command spell to stop Saber, so I have to hold back a bit to balance things out.
Balance? You worry about weird things, Tosaka.
I know. I understand that this is just flab of my mind, but I can't help it. I hate owing people.
She turns away. Hey, with a live audience, is the sound good? I'm not like the background audio isn't too loud, is it?
But this service is limited. I won't pull back tomorrow, so go make plans with Saber or something.
So the service is only for today then?
Yep. Well, I brought you here. So at least go back to town with you.
Tosaka starts to walk without looking at us. Yeah, she can be a little bit obstinate, Gothmoth, but we're just kind of rolling with that.
Let's go, Shiro. As she says, it is not good to stay here.
I nod to Saber and follow Tosaka. Three of us descend on the hill together. It might be because Tosaka is walking ahead, but we go down the hill with very few words. There's a forked road ahead of us. One path leads to the main street going towards the Shinto station, and the other leads to a big bridge leading to Miyama City. Tosaka stops at the intersection. Tosaka, why are you stopping? We should head for the bridge if we're going home, right?
No. I'm sorry, but go home by yourself. I forgot since I've been concerned with you, but I'm busy. I'm already in Shinto, so I'll look while I'm here.
Go look? You mean like for other masters?
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I've been waiting for this time. This night, the start of the battles between 7 masters, the Holy Grail War. So I can't go home now. Since I couldn't beat Saber, I need to take it out on some other servant.
Tosaka's eyes show her determination. That makes me realize Tosaka Rin is a mage. Her mentality and her knowledge are, as a mage, are complete. So why?
So we'll part here. I've repaid my debt, and it would be troublesome if we stayed together any longer. We should part here and become enemies from tomorrow on.
Why does she have this part of her that's unlike a mage? She didn't explain the rules to me out of any sense of obligation. She just supported me, understanding the situation I'm in, and acted fairly. So things are back to normal now that the explanations are over. As a master, I'll just be a target to her tomorrow now. But still, Tosaka said those words to me. For Tosaka, everything that happened tonight is unnecessary.
It would be troublesome if we stay together any longer.
She's gonna say something like that. She should have left us alone from the beginning. Tosaka's smart, so she would know that all too well. But still, she set aside all thoughts of loss or gain and helped me out. The Tosaka in front of me is so different from the one at school. Even when I put it nicely, she's sour, cranky, unapproachable, and so different that I want to scream. Man, almost feels like fraud. But still, Tosaka Rin is just how everyone thought she was. You see, Tosaka, you really are a good person.
Huh? What are you saying all of a sudden? I won't go easy on you, even if you flatter me.
I know that. She won't go easy on me, and that's why I said she said it'll be a bother if she feels empathy for me. I know, but I don't want to be enemies with you if I can help it. I like people like you. What? Tosaka falls silent for some reason. The silent suburbs. The church at the top of the hill and the silence of the foreigner cemetery feel surprisingly warm. Anyway, let's just run to the church if your servant ever gets killed. If you do, at least your life will be safe. I don't like it, but still, I'll take the advice. It won't happen though, no matter how I look at it. I'll die before Saber does. Tosaka reacts strangely once again. After letting out a sigh, she glances at Saber. Alright, I won't give you any more warnings because that'd be really soft. Just be careful. Even though Saber is strong, it won't matter if her master gets killed. She turns her back and starts walking. But, as if she's seen a ghost, her feet stop dead in their tracks. Hey, have you finished talking? A youthful voice echoes through the night. The melodic tone is unmistakably that of a young girl. My vision is drawn to the top of the hill. There. I don't know when the clouds parted, but a brilliant moon is now shining in the sky. The shadow is long and grotesque, like a devil in a picture book. Water break and shrimp track. Straighten those backs. Oh, and we are going until... it'd be like yesterday, so we're going until an hour or like the next day. In this gloomy town of shadow pictures stands a figure that should not be there. Berserker? Oh. Berserker. Tosaka mumbles a word I'm not accustomed to hearing. Even though I don't know what she means, I can feel the giant's dreadfulness all too well. That thing is not human. He's a big boy. Then, it is one of the beings called servants, just like Saber. And right below him... Good evening, Unu-chan. It's the second time we've met like this. The girl smiles as she says this. That innocence sends a chill down my spine. The girl looks so out of place next to the thing behind her, it feels like I'm dreaming. No, chill's an understatement. Not just my body, but my mind is frozen as well. That thing is a monster. I'm not even staring at it, but its mere presence roots me to the spot. I'm surprised. He surpasses Saber in raw power. Tosaka glares at the monster above her, clicking her tongue. In her, I see despair, and the spirit to not lose it. Archer, this is an enemy that can be beaten head-on. You should fight it in your unique style. She murmurs this quietly. The knight without form replies to her. Understood, but what about your defense? You cannot defend against this charge. There are 3 of us. We can manage if all we need to do is defend. He must have nodded to her words. The presence behind Tosaka vanishes instantly. Emiya-kun, you can choose whether to run or fight. But if you can, try to run away. Oh, wait, shit, I think that was Rid. Whatever. Are you done? Can I start now? The girl laughs playfully. She curtsies in a manner quite out of place in such a situation. Nice to meet you, Rin. I am Ilya. You should figure out if I make that alias fill on Einsburn. Einsburn? Tosaka's body stiffens, apparently recognizing that name. Perhaps she liked Tosaka's reaction as the girl smiles happily, and then... Then I'll kill you now. Go ahead, Berserker. She orders the strange shape behind her as if she's singing. The massive form flies through the air. In one bound, that thing called Berserker crosses the dozens of meters from the top of the hill.
Shiro, stay back! Oh, my absolute slipping. In the moonlight, bullets rain down from the descending giant like shooting stars. Rain down on the descending giant. They have extreme accuracy. The silver lights that are shooting through the giant are indeed arrows. No, the word arrow is kind of an understatement. It's like a barrage from a machine gun, and each shot could pierce through rocks. 8 shots of that. It should be able to mow down houses, but... No way. It's not doing anything? It has no effect on the giant. The 2 swords clash. The giant sword of Berserker, who came down through a rain of arrows, and the sword of Saber, who ran to his landing spot. The 2 blades spark on contact. You heard it, I don't need to repeat that. The swords clash. Even though she is overpowered by Berserker's attack, Saber does not yield. Silver lights run through the darkness. How much magical energy is in that small body of hers? Even though Saber is obviously weaker, she's proving to be a match against Berserker. She blocks, parries, and faces the assault of that giant sword head-on. I must not be the only one who's odd. The master of that giant and the one standing next to me, Tosaka, are also fascinated by Saber's figure. Archer, back her up! In response to her voice, a silver light is fired out. The silver light streaks the giant right in his temple. Strikes, whatever, you know. The arrow that came flying through the air is powerful as a tank shell. No matter what this giant may be, he has to take some damage from that. Got him. Saber slashes with her invisible sword right after the shot connects. But... her attack is countered by a huge blow and Saber's flung away. Saber slides across the asphalt. A black whirlwind runs in pursuit and... silver lights come flashing down to intercept him. But they have no effect. The 3 arrows hit the giant square in his forehead, but simply disappear. The giant does not stop. Saber blocks the giant blade with her own. Saber! My scream is meaningless. As Saber blocks Berserker's sword head-on, she's flung away like a ball, and she falls to the ground. They really don't call him Berserker for nothing. Is she dizzy? Saber has her knees on the ground and doesn't move.
This is it. Smash her, Berserker!
The girl's voice echoes. The black giant charges at Saber with brutal speed.
Keep firing, Archer!
Tosaka starts running as she screams. She must be intent to help Saber. She runs up the hill while taking in something that looks like a rock. That's German, I'm not even gonna try. Well, Gewicht zur Verdoppelung. I'm not gonna put a voice on that, I'm gonna try my best reading it. Tosaka scatters obsidian jewels in the sky, as numerous silver lights come flying from the heavens. Even with that, Berserker's charge does not stop. What a monster. I finally understand how absurd he is. This giant isn't just strong. He must be protected by some law of immortality, created from abnormal amounts of magical energy.
Good. Ignore the annoying ones. Archer and Vin shouldn't be able to get past your noble phantasm.
The girl's voice rings out. The giant's sword is swung, and... Saber bravely blocks it with her sword and is flung away once again. She flies dozens of meters. Saber flies through the air like a pitcher's fastball and plows into the open terrain off the road.
She must be dead. One is bad enough, but she can't be okay after receiving such a blow twice. The black whirlwind moves. The match is already decided, but he's not done yet. The giant called Berserker roars and charges into the open land. She'll die. Even if Saber's still alive, she'll surely die now. And as long as I'm here, I'm sure I'll die as well. If you can try and run away. The one who said that isn't here. Tosaka went after Berserker. She must be intent to keep fighting against this monster that's unscathed by all those attacks. I gotta follow them. I know I'm able to do anything even if I do go. But still, I feel her hand in mine. I told her we'll try our best. I shook the hand I held out. So... Man, there's nothing else I can do! I'll be killed if I go up the hill after that giant. My body's trembling from that fact, but I suppress it and run up the slope. Saber! I run to the open land. And then, the scenery there is totally unexpected. Gravestones are flying around. Every time the giant swings a sword, the heavy gravestones are split in two. In the midst of it, a knight bravely runs through the storm of gravestones. Look at that sick art. The axe sword rages around. Gravestones are flung aside. In the chaos, Saber's fighting Berserker with the same... No, with more power than before. The positions are reversed here. The advantage belongs to someone with a small body like Saber. Yeah, the art is really good. And like they keep advancing the art throughout all of the future stories, and like the other Fate properties are all really good art. Anyway, Berserker is hindered by obstacles, and Saber acts as if there's nothing in her way. I'm sure that a hindrance of this degree is only trivial for Berserker, but it's more than nothing. It's only a slight difference, and that slight difference is tipping the scale the other way now. This way! You'll get hit if you're there! Huh? Well... What are you thinking? I told you to run away, right? Or did you not hear me? She's really angry. I heard you. But I can't just run away, right? What? How could you reach that conclusion? Can't you tell that you'll only be a bother to us since you can't fight? It can't be helped if you die trying to make a difference, but it'd be meaningless if you died doing nothing. I don't know why, but Tosaka's really angry. Even though I'm getting yelled at, I don't really feel bad for some reason. Hey, is that something you should get mad about? It shouldn't matter to you if I die meaninglessly or not. It does matter. I told you I'd let you go it's weird. My eyes are crossing. I'd let you go for all of today, so it'll trouble you if you don't get home safely. I'm confused. Like, more than ever. Tosaka sure has different faces at school than here than at school. Jeez. Anyway, you're not hurt, so run away right now. That Iliasfield girl intends to kill us all. Well, I know that, but I can't run away. Saber's fighting, so I can't run away by myself. That's a line for someone who can make a difference. You'll just die a meaningless death if you can't do anything to support her. This is your last warning. Just run away. That can't be true. There should be something I can do as long as I'm alive, and besides, it's not you're going to ask someone to do something that you can't... What? And besides, are you going to ask someone to do something that you can't even do yourself? My eyes are crossing like crazy, guys. Tosaka looks at me with a serious expression. You're right. I'm the shameless one for asking you to do something I can't do. She looks away. Well, I don't think there's a need to run away. I don't think Saber will lose now. Tosaka takes a peek from behind the tree. Their battle is continuing without change. Berserker's attacks smash through empty space and only destroy his surroundings. Between the attacks, within the swirling whirlwind and flying clods, within the rain of broken gravestones, Saber rushes in without even dirtying her armor and attacks Berserker. It's a divine work of utmost excellence. My fears disappeared seeing this battle that is totally impossible for mere humans. Instead, I'm fascinated. I couldn't believe I was in the Holy Grail war thing, and I also had some uneasiness. But all of it is blown away when I see her. Dancing swords. Within the whirlwind of fatal destruction, the knight challenges the enemy without hesitation. Maybe this scene made me accept everything. No matter what may fall upon us in the future, I'll be able to match even a fierce god if I have Saber with me. I thought so. It was strange, but she blocked Berserker's sword on purpose. Tosaka murmurs without emotion. Is that Talu Berserker here? Oh, was that Talu Berserker here? Yep, suicidal fight Berserker in a place without cover. That's why Saber chose this place as the battleground. She did it naturally, too. She got Berserker away from you, all the while she pretended to be cornered. Then, Saber must have determined that this place was a suitable battlefield when we were walking down the hill. But you can't expect backup in a battle like this. Our enemy is a monster that even nullifies Archer's arrows. Backup was meaningless from the start. Tosaka murmurs as she watches the battle between Saber and Berserker. Archer's arrows. Those words catch my attention. Archer isn't here. Is he really an archer? If he really was an archer, he shouldn't fight hand to hand, but she got him! Oh. Tosaka snaps her fingers. Just as he said, Saber's sword must have hit Berserker. Or he must have lost his footing. Berserker's body, holding firm until now, loses its balance. The beast lashes out desperately. Saber dodges it by jumping back and holds her sword with both hands. This is it. As his desperate attack is dodged, Berserker loses his balance even more, and Saber bends her knees to charge him with all her power. Right then, Archer, what do you mean get away? I noticed Tosaka's confused voice and sense an intent to kill aimed from a faraway place. Oh boy, behind me, I see the knight in red standing on a rooftop hundreds of meters away, readying his bow. It's either nausea or a chill. He's readying a bow that's no different from before. It cannot even scratch Berserker, even with a direct hit, so there's no need to feel any threat from it. I feel a chill. What he's readying in his bow is not an arrow, but something completely different. And his intent to kill isn't just directed at Berserker. I act instantly. I don't know what the difference is. I'm gonna call her back? I don't know what the difference is. No, come back, Saber! And I notice I'm yelling at the top of my lungs. Master? She looks dumbfounded. Saber slows down as she hears my voice. But that's not enough. She won't make it if she only slows down. It is dangerous, so please stay back. No, you're in danger. Just come here. I reach out to her with my hand. I am? She must have understood me as she turns her back to Berserker and jumps away with all her might. Right after her retreat. Oh shit. He shoots the arrow. Ah, shit, I think I did it again. Fuck. These stupid headphones. I need a better way to... Hold on, folks. How did I... Saber, yeah, yeah, she's like right next to Berserker, and also whatever the heck, where is it? I think it's this one? No. Properties. Good. Good stream. Maybe there's just no sound going on right now. Hold on. Config. I guess there's just no sound going on right now. Whatever. Saber jumps back like a spark, and Berserker tries to pursue Saber. Archer's arrow is fired right between them. Archer's arrows have not had any effect so far. The black giant ignores it, as if saying it's not worth blocking. There was sound before, but also Stay Night is also like has long periods of just silence, no music, no sound effects, nothing. So we're just going to hope that's what's happening right now. Also, but at that moment, oh yeah, there's no sound right now. Fuck. Damn these headphones! Falling asleep every now and again. Come on, bud, work with me here. No, not filters. Okay, if I can't do it in the next minute, no, in the next 30 seconds, then we're just going to play on through, I guess. I'll make that default, and then no. Properties. What is that? Audio input capture. Okay, so then let's do that. Have this. Fill. Nope. Keep hitting the wrong thing. I had this issue before, but like I fixed it easily. Now I don't know what's happening. What if I do this? Does that do anything? What if I just keep poking at this? Damn it, whatever. Professional stream? No. We're just gonna power through. Whatever. I hate dealing with OBS and it's weird. My headphones and whatever. I sounds echoey now. Oh. Black. Frustrated because now I want to fix things live on stream. Okay, one more time trying to fiddle with these things. What if... No, because that's a mic. That's for that. What if I did that? Because it's technically redundant. Properties. Default. Desktop audio. Okay, we're gonna try and add this live. Audio. It's audio input. What audio output capture? Which is default? Yeah, I did. There was I made a little redundancy, but I got rid of it right now. So, desktop audio. Shit. Whatever. No, yeah, it's definitely not. Fuck. This is gonna bug me. Whatever. I guess we're just gonna have to play on through. Damn it. I'll fix it next time. Hopefully. I'll get like different headphones and that won't happen next time, I guess. Stupid fucking things. I throw myself on top of Saber and brace myself. Maybe I've gone deaf, as I can't hear anything. All I can feel is the heat burning my skin and shaking off the ground. Many things go flying through the air, and a piece of something pierces my back. Ugh. I grit my teeth and endure it. The blinding light must have only lasted for an instant. I managed to survive the destruction. Oh man, this must sound real cool with music. Wow. Saber staring in astonishment. I'm doing the same as well. I don't know what happened. Archer's arrow razed the cemetery in an instant. There's a crater at the center of the explosion. Archer has created this destruction. But the giant still exists, in spite of such abolition. Berserker, he is unwounded even after taking a hit from an A-rank noble phantasm. Saber's voice is weak. Sparks are flying through the night air. Archer is very cool, yes. The black giant is standing there in the fire, and everybody here watches with this terrible spectacle without words. The crackling of the flames is the only sound present. Right when I start to think that this might turn into a big fire. Huh? Something rolls towards me with a noise. A sword? No, it's an arrow. An arrow with a gorgeous hilt and a spiral blade? Even if it is a sword, it is an arrow if it's used as a projectile. That's why a lot of different people are archers. I don't know why it catches my attention so much. The arrow broken by Berserker disappears as if melting into the fire. It fades away like candy melting under heat. It makes me feel like vomiting for some reason. Shira, it was Archer's arrow. I don't know anything else about it. I raise my head to look at the distant Archer. I shouldn't be able to see him. But I do. He's smiling. He's smiling as if to tell me that he wasn't aiming just at Berserker. Fuck that guy. I feel a headache. The chill running down my back won't go away. My spine's burning like it does when I fail to create a magic circuit. I have a better opinion of you, Rin. Your arch is pretty good. Oh.
I have a better opinion of you, Rin. Your arch is pretty good.
The girl's cheerful voice echoes through the air.
Alright, come back, Berserker. I wanted to get the boring stuff over with first, but I've changed my mind.
The black shadow wavers. The giant starts to retreat through the fire.
What? You're running away after all this?
Yep, I've changed my mind. I don't want Saber, but I'm interested in Archer now, so I'll let you live for a bit longer.
The giant disappears. The girl giggles.
Goodbye. Let's play again, Onu-chan.
Saying this, she goes away. I'm definitely not pronouncing that right, but I'm not Japanese, so. And I have not studied Japanese language, so. The unexpected disaster leaves. Tosaka must not be intent to follow that girl in spite of what she said. Even I can tell that girl just let us go. So I don't think Tosaka will go and seek out such a reckless fight. Thank you, Master. I would have been hit by Archer's double phantasm if you had not called out to me. I'm glad to hear that. Master? What's wrong with me? Even though I'm not wounded, I feel sick, and my consciousness is...
Emiya-kun, you look really pale.
Master? Shiro! My knees buckle. My vision goes white. Please pull yourself together. What is going on? I feel someone support me as I start to fall. But the feeling fades as all my senses go away. What's left is this throbbing within me. What's irritating me? And what am I so concerned about? I'm about to fall unconscious, but my head continues to throb. Yeah, well, you know visual novel protagonist. Always... Oh, shit! There's the audio. God, I hope this doesn't give me DMCA. I hope this doesn't get me DMCA'd. I'm almost wondering if I should mute it just in case. Just gonna toss on a little bit of that. The music is appropriately epic, I promise you. And this time it's controlled. The silence is controlled. I know what's happening here. Real Tenua. Gonna put that back. February 3rd, Unlimited Blade Works. 4. 1 day. 3. Yeah, by the way, that was supposed to play at some point during the Fate playthrough, the Fate route playthrough, but it didn't, so. I was wondering when I should try and insert that in, but here we go. It is a landscape I've never seen before. The fiery sky above, an infinite number of swords at my feet. Are they traces of war? The world is inorganic, and there's no living things. The ashen wind courses through the forest of swords. Swords stand like trees in a forest. It's not just 10 or 20, not 100 or 200. No matter how many there are, if it is impossible for them to be counted, they may as well be infinite. The tools are rusting without anybody to use them. A ruin of infinite swords. He thinks that. It is like a graveyard. My vision returns. I don't know how long it's been, but I can feel the warm sunlight. That dream. I open my eyes and recall the dream I was having. That hill of swords. I'm sure I saw that dream because I saw Saber along with the fire in the cemetery. Oh, you're awake? If you're all right now, that's good. Huh? Then Tosaka Rin says this in her normal tone while looking down at me. God damn it, there goes the sound again. I jump up. I instantly jump back into the wall to get away from Tosaka. Tosaka, what? Why are you in my room? My head spins. I should have been at that hill of swords. No, the burning cemetery. Why am I asleep in my room? Tosaka, why are you here? What were they doing? My head spins even more after I say that. It's not because of this surprising event. I'm surprised at most at seeing Tosaka right after I wake up. It's causing my heart to beat at an abnormal rate. You should just be surprised about one thing. You're not skilled enough to handle two. Oh, hold on. Gothma says, OMG, a girl in my room? Oh man, did you see Fate Route? Because it was just, the start of it was just like chock-a-block full of that. Hold on, I'm going to try one last thing. I'm going to set it down. Okay. Here's changed. Config. Here. Okay. Nothing? Alright, delightful. Playing on through. That snaps my groggy mind into focus. That's right. It's natural to be surprised at seeing Tosaka immediately after waking up. But that must mean... Gothma says it's funny to me how often it happens. Yeah. Well, we reset Shiro, so now he's back to his weird, awkward phase. I see. I guess you carried me here after I fell unconscious. Wow, you're sharper than I thought. You're confused, but you're thinking as well. Yeah, that's certainly interesting. I wish you wouldn't say weird things that I can take as either an insult or praise. Then it's been only half a day? If you're able to get me home, that means you're able to get away? Yep, I'm glad she's so smart. She must be satisfied. Saying goodbye, Tosaka starts to leave. Huh? Hey, where are you going? Oh, we haven't hit the full hour yet, so we're just gonna keep going until either the end of this day or I find a nice stop. The end of this day, whatever. Are you still asleep? This is your house. It's not a place I can stay in. She speaks clearly. Her eyes say, we're enemies to me. That's true. Last night, in that church I said I would fight. So we can only fight each other. You're right. I'm sorry. And sorry for being late, but thank you. Then Tosaka stops and glares at me. Hold on, why are you thanking me? Well, you'd help me, right? and I'm even more thankful for that if you're my enemy.
Hey, sit right there, Emiya-kun.
I don't know what she wants, but I'm sure it'll be bad if I don't obey.
Come on.
She taps in the tatami. It seems she has a serious matter to talk about. I sit down.
Look, I'll tell you, since you don't seem to understand. You'll die if you think like that.
What do you mean if I think like that?
I'm telling you not to thank your enemies. You'll die 100 times if you're worried about such a thing. Look, others are just obstacles. Don't think that they like you just because you have a human form or they speak.
Tosaka speaks with a strong voice and sharp eyes. She's certainly right. If it's wrong to feel compassion for an enemy, it is also wrong to consider them to be just like you. Since I've decided to fight, they are the only things I need to defeat. They are only things I need to defeat. Yes, I understand her point of view. But
Are you listening to me? The Holy Grail War is just a war to kill other people. So don't consider other masters as human beings. Be ready to kill even your own family. Geez, this is the first rule of being a master.
well, but I understand that. So then, like, why didn't you kill me? Isn't that a problem?
That's because...
Where did her previous attitude go? She grumbles angrily. You got caught caring.
I just didn't feel like it. I owed you, and it's not fair to get you when you're sleeping. So I just wasn't in the mood.
Tosaka, didn't you just say something like doing everything to win?
Yes, so this is a mistake on my part. It was a mistake I made because I know I'm stronger. Well, I guess it's flab on my mind.
Why do they keep using that? Oh, I heard that phrase before. Flab on your mind. Does that... Oh, don't say that, Shiro.
You sure are funny, Emiya-kun. But you shouldn't say unnecessary things from now on. Stupid comments will only bring you death.
That was scary. I feel a chill and back up.
Well, that's all I had to say. Ask your servant about the rest.
Tosaka stands up and leaves for sure this time.
Goodbye. We'll be enemies in the next meet, so be prepared.
And with that, she disappears. It really must have been a whim of hers to carry me here and to treat me. She left with no regret or sentiment, leaving only that line that we're enemies. Well, I take a breath and analyze the situation. I hadn't had time to think since we saw that fight between Lancer and Archer last night. Oh, I see. Then I guess there must have been Tosaka. I finally realize. I was stabbed by Lancer after that, was saved for some reason, and then attacked by Lancer again. Saber saved me, and I became a master. What I heard at the church, the killing's called the Holy Grail War. The Holy Grail which grants any wish given to the winner. I can't absorb all the facts, but I have been attacked 3 times already. So I can't be confused forever. And most of all, I said I would fight since I couldn't ignore this battle. A fight for a single chair, called the Holy Grail War. No matter what your expectations are, once you enter it, you can't survive unless you defeat your enemies. The only problem is, defeating other masters might result in harm to innocent people depending on your methods. That's why... Rejoice, Miyashiro. My reason for fighting is not to win the Holy Grail War. Your wish will finally come true. It is to stop those who try and win it by any means possible. It shouldn't be a mistake. Miyashiro has been training in magic to become a superhero, to protect innocent people. Alright, I need to go talk to Saber. I shake off the priest's words and exit into the hallway. I'm desperately pleading my headphones to kick back in. Ugh, whatever. I wonder if I just kick him off. This is frustrating. It's annoying my mind and itching at it. I look through the house. I look everywhere that someone could possibly be, including all the guest rooms, but I can't find Saber. Huh? She's in that outfit, so you'd think it'd be easy to find her. Even so, I can't find her anywhere. I guess servants can become spirits, but I can't turn her into one anyway. No, first of all, why would they need all this storage? Well, I don't know. It was literally just him and his dad for like forever, so there's just tons of rooms for no reason. Even though they call me a master, I don't know anything about her. I don't understand who she is or how she exists. The only thing I understand is that I'm confident I'll be able to win this strange war if I'm with her. It's like we picked off from Fate Route. Not here either. I've searched throughout the house. It's a big house, but I didn't play hide and seek here with Fujini as a kid for nothing. I know the most efficient way to search this place. She's nowhere to be found after searching this much, then she should be in the dojo or in the shed. Oh, not only do they have like a giant mansion, they have a dojo, a shed, and also a guest house. Huh? Saber's in the silent dojo, but her appearance is different from yesterday's. Sitting in a Japanese fashion in the wooden floor, she's not wearing her armor. She has changed into a refined clothes that suit her well and is sitting silently, Seiza style. I lose my voice at the sight. Sitting Seiza style with her back straight and eyes closed, Saber looks beautiful. Her state, melting into the silence, reminds me of pure water. And that removes the final doubt within me. Even if she is a servant, I think she's holy. So, I won't be led astray if I'm with her. Saber, I call out. Saber slowly opens her eyes and returns my gaze. You are awake, Shiro. A calm voice. Her voice echoing through the dojo as if permeating it. It's surprisingly suited to this place. Yeah, I just got up. What are you doing here? I was resting. I cannot treat you, so I thought I'd make sure I was in perfect condition for now. Saber looks at me as she speaks. Well, I feel tension. Different from the kind I felt with Tosaka. Shiro, what is it? Could it be that your body's still... no, there's no problem. I'm just perplexed. For my own reasons. Don't worry about it. I take a step back and shake my head. Looking away from Saber, who's tilting her head questioningly, I calm my pounding heart. Calm down. What am I so tense about? I take a deep breath. But it doesn't seem to die down quickly. In fact, I don't think it ever will. Jeez, why didn't she get changed? I complain without meaning to. Saber's clothes are so real that they make me conscious of her womanhood, whether I like it or not. She's terribly beautiful. I thought I figured it out yesterday, but she really hits me with it now. Perhaps her armor looks so surreal that I didn't notice yesterday. But when she dresses like a girl, I'm, flustered, as any healthy guy would be. Like a straight person says, Shiro? I tense up at the moment our eyes meet. But I didn't look for her just to say nothing. I'm troubled, but I can't stay quiet forever. I make up my mind and talk to her. It's something I should have asked her the moment we got back at last night. That if she really is my servant, and if she really is going to be joining this battle... going back to our conversation, Saber. I'll ask formally. Can I call you Saber? Yes, so I formed a contract with you as a servant. I am your sword. I shall follow your orders, defeat your enemies, and protect you. Saber says so without the slightest hesitation. There's no room for me to question her about it. Become my sword, huh? Is that to win this Holy Grail war? Is that not why you have summoned me? No, I really only summoned you by chance. As you know, I'm only an amateur mage. I'm sorry, but I don't really have the knowledge nor the power of a master. But I've decided to fight, so I'll fight. I'm an unskilled master, so are you okay with that? Of course, you are my master, Shiro. This fact will not change. A servant does not have the freedom to choose its master. I see. Then I should try to respond to her the best of my ability. All right, so you're content that I'm your master. Yes, but Shiro, I shall not allow you to defeatful my master. If you have no chance of victory, I shall make one for you. I will use any means possible to have you obtain the Holy Grail. We servants do not serve the masters without compensation. We serve because we also desire the Grail. Hold on. The Holy... You mean you want that too? Of course. After all, the only ones who can touch the Holy Grail in spirit form are we servants, who are also spirits. The master that wins the Holy Grail will obtain the Grail through the medium of their servant. After that, the servant will have its wish granted in compensation. That is the relationship between masters and servants. Except for when it's something else. I see. Now that she says it, it's kind of obvious something like a heroic spirit would never obey like a mere human being. Since they have their own objectives, they serve the master in exchange. Then that means Saber has a wish she wants granted. That's why Saber has no doubts. But, hold on, Saber. You said any means possible, right? Does that mean you don't care what measures you have to take to win the war? For example, doing something like what the priest said? Involving innocent people and creating a disaster like what happened 10 years ago? Sure, that is not a possibility. I can only do things I allow myself to do. I cannot betray my beliefs. It is against the knight's oath to hurt those who are unarmed. But I must obey if you order so. In that case, you will have to use one of your command spells to compensate for treading inside me. I'm overwhelmed by her angered voice. But still, I'm happy and relieved. Her lack of doubt gave her the image of a cold fighting machine, but now that I know she's not a cold-blooded killer. Yeah, I would never let you do such a thing. Like you said, we have to do our best with what we can do. I'm sorry. I insulted you without realizing it. No, I leapt to a hasty conclusion without you knowing your intentions. You are at fault. You are not at fault, so please raise your head. Oh, sorry, I guess I apologized without realizing it. I raised my head. So, I don't know what's so funny, but Saber has a small smile on her face. Well, I'm glad she's smiling, so I won't really ask her about it. Alright, can I ask you something else? A master is a mage that summons servants, right? I mean, that's fine, but I don't understand you guys, like Saber, Lancer. I know those aren't your real names. Yes, those are only the names of the classes given to us. Alright, I shall describe it briefly since we have the chance. We servants are heroic spirits. We have each won fame during our lives, or have accomplished some great deed beyond human ability. Whatever the means, we are beings that have reached the rank of gods, with our own strength. That doesn't really need to be said. Heroic spirits are heroes that had supernatural abilities while they were alive, who were worshipped after their deaths and are promoted to the ranks of spirits instead of become ghosts. But that is also our disadvantage. As we are heroes, our weaknesses have been recorded. Revealing our names, revealing our identities, means revealing our weaknesses. It will not be a problem if we are fighting a lower spirit, but each of us is a spirit capable of killing the other. If our weaknesses are revealed, the enemy will take advantage of them to defeat us. I see. Heroes usually do have the opponents they're weak against. That's why you're hiding your real name and using the name Saber? Yes. However, I am not called Saber for only that reason. There are 7 servants called forth by the Holy Grail, and every one of these is selected according to class. Class, you mean like Saber and Archer? RPG classes? Yes. Summoning a true heroic spirit is already almost a miracle. To summon 7 is too much even for the Holy Grail. As a solution, the Holy Grail prefers 7 vessels in advance, and only calls forth heroic spirits compatible with these vessels, except for when it's more or less. Those are the 7 classes. Saber, Lancer, Archer, Rider, Caster, Assassin, and Berserker. And like a whole slew of others, but we don't worry about that right now. The Holy Grail calls forth from all times and heroic spirits, with abilities corresponding to each of these classes. And those who receive these classes are called servants. I guess I see. You were a heroic spirit skilled with swords, so you're summoned a saber? Yes, there are heroic spirits that have multiple attributes, but I believe I'm the best when it comes to swords. But that is also the weakness of the saber class. Since I am not a mage, I can only defeat your enemies as your sword. So you're not well suited to like tricks? No, I don't think that's a weakness. So you're just that powerful, so you should be enough, right? That should be enough, right? Shiro, you cannot win this war just by being strong in battle. For instance, if your enemy is stronger than you in combat, what will you do? Huh? Well, I mean, if I knew I couldn't beat them in combat, I'd have to do something without fighting. Having said that much, I understand. If the enemies are strong, you wouldn't fight a proper battle. Beating opponents with your sword isn't the only way to fight. If you can't beat an enemy with your sword, all you have to do is beat them some other way. Exactly. If your enemy discovers you are skilled in combat, they will most likely not challenge you in combat. And in that sense, servants that lack ability will use any means possible. The servant assassin has low attributes, but has a special ability to hide its presence, and the servant caster is versed in magic, which does not exist in this age. You cannot be optimistic because of a mere difference in power, and on top of that, we have our noble phantasms. No matter what kind of servants we are, as heroic spirits, we have our guaranteed fatal attack. Noble phantasm? I don't think I've heard that term before, although it's swung around in favor out. I think I might know what it means, but from the sound of it, though... Noble phantasms are special weapons carried by servants. Weapons like Lance's lance, Archer's bow, and my sword are such. Heroes are not called heroes by themselves. Heroes have the weapons that symbolize them and make them a hero. The hero and his weapon are as one. So those who became heroic spirits each wielded a powerful weapon. That is the noble phantasm, the trump card for servants, and the thing we must take the most care of. Saber says that noble phantasms are weapons that heroes wielded when they were alive. I recall that Blue Knight, the lance that absorbed magical energy from the air and pierced Saber's chest with incredible movements. See the prologue episodes. That was certainly not something fit for humans. That lance itself carried a strong curse, but I also felt an overwhelming amount of magical energy in the word Lancer said back then. Then, could it be... Saber, are noble phantasms magic? Lancer's lance certainly seemed like a lance with history, but the lance itself wasn't that extraordinary. But that lance went beyond the realm of weapons with his words. Isn't that like a sort of magic? Yes, noble phantasms are certainly similar to magic. For example, Lance's lance. The lance itself is a noble phantasm, but it demonstrates its full potential only when he puts magical energy into it and says its true name. A noble phantasm could be called a materialized divine mystery. As spells are necessary to activate magic, recitation of the true name is necessary to awaken and to activate the noble phantasm. But there's also a danger in that. By saying the true name of the noble phantasm, the identity of the servant is revealed. Oh yeah, like heroes and their weapons are one. If you know the weapon's name, you should probably know the identity of the owner. Saber nods silently. That's why the noble phantasm is a trump card. In exchange for revealing the name, it launches an unavoidable fatal blow. But when it does not prove fatal, the servant will expose all its weaknesses. Then, Saber, is your noble phantasm that invisible sword? Yes, but I have not revealed its identity yet.
No servants should know my true name at this point. Saying that, Saber looks down awkwardly for a second. Shiro, I have a request about that matter.
What kind of request?
About my real name. Usually servants use their true names to their master only, to determine future plans. But you are inexperienced as a mage. A superior mage would be able to read your mind, so...
Oh, so you can't tell me your real name?
Yeah, you're right. Like hypnotism, suggestion, or...
Well, I don't think there'd be any, but any master had... If any other master had mystic eyes, I might just start babbling about it. Alright, let's just kind of go with that. I'll rely on you to decide when to use your noble phantasm.
Can you really decide that so quickly?
I mean, it wasn't easy. I thought it through. I agreed after thinking about it, so just don't worry about it.
Well, I get most of the stuff, but I don't really have a grasp on the situation. This is strange now to think about it. Even though I've decided to fight, the only enemy I know is Tosaka, and I don't intend to fight her. Well, I shouldn't be thinking about it like that, because Tosaka's ready to fight me any day. Hey Saber, do servants and masters have some sort of, mark? I don't really know what I should be doing. No, unfortunately there's no clear way to distinguish them. But if other servants are near, servants are able to sense them, all the more if they are materialized. Servants themselves are powerful magic. I'm sure you felt Berserker's presence.
Ugh, that's true.
But it's bad to be able to tell only when you're attacked, so I need to know before they approach, so I can take some sort of countermeasure. Then how about searching for the Master's presence? Masters are mages. Since they use magic for a living, they'll leak magical energy. If you search for that, you may be able to determine the Masters in this town. Sorry, I can't actually do that sort of thing. After all, I didn't even realize the real identity of Tosaka, who goes to the same school as me. We were in the same building for 2 years, and on top of that, I've seen her several times. Jeez, no wonder people call me an amateur. The only evidence I have as a master is this command spell. It seems there'll be lots of difficulties ahead. And then... Shiro, could you close your eyes for a moment? Saber speaks with a serious face. Close my eyes? Why? To prove that you're a master. Just close your eyes and breathe normally. Okay. I close my eyes. I feel something slightly touching my forehead. Hey, it's prickling. Could this be the end of her sword? Saber, hold on. Are you doing something weird? Master, please stay silent and concentrate on my fingertip. If you're a mage, you should be able to feel my magical energy. I see. So it's her finger that's touching me. I pull myself together and calm down. Then... What the fuck? Saber, what was that? It is not something you should be asking me. You and I are connected by our contract, so it is only natural for you to be able to understand my status. Understand? You mean like what happened just now? I do not know how you saw it. It is your standard that measures the servant's abilities. Some masters classify according to color, and some classify according to animals. So in other words, you perceive it in a way most comprehensible for you. This is a standard concept for a master, so please check frequently. Like me, once you've seen someone, you shall understand the details. That is actually like a thing. It's in status right here. I can click that in the future and we can see like a whole page. I see. I was a bit surprised since it was so sudden, but I might be able to act a bit like a master now. Master, I have simplified things, but that is all the explanation I can give you. Okay. It was quick, but I think I get it now. Sorry, Saber. You should not be sorry. If you understand the situation, you should be deciding what to do from now on. She asks me, leaning forward. I see. Saber's the same type as Tosaka. Attack first. Well, we won't be doing anything different. I don't have the will to go out and beat other masters like Tosaka. Shiro, that does not make sense. Do you not have the will to obtain the Holy Grail as a master?
Saber narrows her eyes. They're the calm eyes of a swordsman who allows no disagreement. I stare back, try not to lose, and clearly tell her my intentions. I do, but it's only because I don't want anyone evil obtaining it. I have no reason to want the Holy Grail for myself. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to fight. I'm a mage, even if I am an amateur. I understand I can't back out of this now. I know I can't survive this without doing anything. Then you are saying you are fighting not to obtain the Holy Grail, but rather to prevent the conflict resulting from the Holy Grail? Yeah, I guess you can put it like that. Yeah, I think that's what I mean. I can't put it into clear words, but such a fight is worth something, right? That's right. That's right. I don't feel anything towards the Holy Grail. For a reason like that, I think I can fight with all my power and pride. I do not understand. You said that you are a mage, then you should desire the almighty Holy Grail. Do mages not master magic because they have a wish they cannot make come true? What are you saying? I have no unfulfillable wishes. I do have lots of things I have to do, though. That's right. So for now, I should try my hardest not to involve any unnecessary people. Then you are saying you do not want the Holy Grail? That you will not fight to obtain it? I mean, I didn't say that. Since the fighting, I do intend to obtain the Holy Grail. That is a contradiction. Why do you desire something that you have no need for, going so far as fighting? Well, because winning means obtaining the Holy Grail, and most of all, you need it, right? So we have to obtain it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what kind of people the other masters are. Some of them may be really good people. But I've decided to be your ally. So if you say you want the Holy Grail, it's only natural for you to help me with all my power, right? Me to help you. Well, it's only an opinion that I received from my father. But he said I should be selfish to become a superhero. It's pointless to support everybody, so he told me to only ally with people that I like and trust. I never thought that way before, but I think that is how I should be now. I can't do something like fight... Oh, I never thought about it that way before, but I think I should be that. I can't do something like fight for myself. But if I could fight for you, then that's good. And to be honest, if this girl seriously yearns for it, it's only natural to want to obtain it for her. Well, I'm a guy, you know. You know. Then are you saying you will not fight if I give up the Holy Grail? That's a problem. If Saber says that, all my premises will crumble. No, I think it'd still be the same. I said I'd fight, so I'm not going to run, that's for sure. I declare while looking at her in the eyes. Saber doesn't answer immediately, but looks up at me after letting out a deep breath. I understand. If you say so as a master, I will obey. My goal is the Holy Grail, and even if your goal is to stop the conflict, our destinations are the same. But Shiro, Saber stops, with eyes that seem to be gazing upon something far away. I cannot clearly put this into words, but you will regret it later on. You will surely regret it. She says those words. Wait, no, I'm kidding. We've skipped breakfast and it's noon already, so we decide to eat lunch. Saber can't turn into a spirit like Archer, and I'm not sending her magical energy like all the other masters are doing. It doesn't need to be said that this is because I'm an unskilled master. It seems she can sleep to stop consuming magical energy, but doing so doesn't replenish it. So food will be her only source of energy. I'm in charge of cooking, so I can't be lazy about it. Servants take physical form using magical energy, right? Then, since you can't restore magical energy, you'll get weaker every time you fight? I ask her after cleaning up our meal. It does not mean I cannot restore any magical energy. Magical energy is constantly created within oneself. A servant without any outside source can create magical energy using its own magic circuit. I see. So there's no issue, right? Well, how should I explain this? Let me use that faucet as an example. Water is dripping out of the faucet right now, correct? Please consider that as my magical energy being created, and the cup receiving the drop is me.
In this state, it can accumulate magical energy slowly. Well, there'll be more dripping water the more water the cup holds. Oh. Well, there will be more dripping water the more water the cup holds. As long as the cup holds some water, the faucet will create more. But when the water runs out, I will use up my magical energy, the faucet shuts off. There'll be no supply of magical energy, and the cup will be forever empty. That means elimination for the servant. Either to receive a fatal wound, or to lose enough magical energy. Well, the latter rarely occurs. But all you need is a drop of water in the cup, right? If there's a bit of water left in the cup, the faucet will create more water to fill the cup up. Yes, but the water in the cup is constantly consumed. It is lost without me doing anything, and it'll be lost at a faster pace during battles. To put it simply, a more powerful action requires more water. If I aim to use my noble phantasm, I could empty out the whole cup, even if it may be full. This is getting complicated, and esoteric. To sum it up, I, as her faucet, am not giving her enough magical energy. She can only restore magical energy at a slow pace, the rate of being that of dripping water. Therefore, she should end battles as quickly as she can, and sleep right after that, to stop consuming any unnecessary magical energy. Man, so the noble phantasm is a luxury we can't afford, huh? Correct. Gothwa says, it's getting complicated. Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, I really can't say anything to that. Correct, but it does not mean I cannot use it. I should be able to use it once if I reduce the power I put into it. What are you saying? I can't let you do that. You're not allowed to use a noble phantasm, okay? I don't know how I'll apologize to you if it causes you to die. I placed the tea in front of Saber. Shiro, you literally just said I can use my noble phantasm as I see fit. She frowns and reaches for the tea. Then, the phone rings. Trust us, it rings. You can't hear it right now, but it's ringing. A phone call at this time of day? On Sunday? I have all too good an idea as to who it may be, but I'm scared by the consequences of ignoring the call. Hello, this is Emiya. Hey, this is Fujimura. I feel dizzy. She's the strongest in one regard. She simply discards all the chaotic events that happened since last night, and I feel like it's just a normal day. What? I'm sorry, but I'm busy right now, Fujini. Hey, I'm busy too. I gave up my day off to teach my students. It sure is strange. I feel like Fujini's right in front of me, puffing up with pride. I'd see. Then I guess this isn't the time to be chit-chatting. There's no robbers or fires here, so you can rest assured and go back to the club. I try to cut off our conversation. Hold on, I'm calling you, so it'll be terrible if you hang out without hearing me out. I've been in trouble since last night, but it won't do any good to tell her that. Well, I guess she's in a little trouble too right now. Fine. What do you want? I want to eat lunch, Shiro. How about that sweet omelet you make? That'll be all for my order. I want to deliver to the archery range right away. Bye! Jeez, what's up with that teacher? Man, I guess it can't be helped. I hear beasts go wild when they get hungry. I put on the apron I just took off. Well, we have leftovers for lunch, and the omelet will be easy to make. I'm done. Saber, can you watch the house for a bit? I'll only be gone for a little bit, and carry Fujini's box lunch to go out to the hallway. Saber follows me, for some reason. I put on my shoes. When I look next to me, Saber is there, putting her own shoes on. Saber? I call out to her timidly. Well, I know what she's going to say, but I have to ask. Well... I shall accompany you if you are going outside. Servants protect their masters. It is too dangerous to let you walk outside alone. Yeah, I thought so.
Well, this is something I have to tell her eventually. This is a good time, so I guess I'll tell her now. Uh, Saber, masters try to avoid getting attention, right? The daytime should be a safe time. They won't attack me unless I go to like an isolated place. I am aware of that fact, but there could be exceptions. Since you are inexperienced, I should be only by your side constantly. I don't know why I'm getting only. What? Does she mean she'll be with me all the time? Idiot! You can't do that. First of all, what will we do when I gotta go to sleep? Are you testing me, Shiro? That is the time that requires most attention. I shall be on standby right next to you. What? I hide my blushing face and take a huge breath to calm myself. Damn. This is stupid of me. I finally realized this important fact. This is what it means to fight alongside her. What is wrong, Shiro? I do not think it should surprise you. It is just that I shall be doing as Rin did last night. Don't kid me. I'll go crazy before I even fight if you do that. I can't allow this. I'll prepare you a room so you can sleep there. Ugh. I won't give in even if you look at me like that. Please stop this nonsense, Shiro. I have tolerated most of your contradictions, but I cannot compromise on this. Your plan is full of mistakes for a master. I cannot obey you unless you explain your reasoning. Saber looks up at me. She's putting pressure on me, but I stare back at her. I don't have a reason. I'm telling you to just do so. It's safe during the daytime, so go ahead and rest. I refuse. I cannot obey unless you give me a clear reason. You don't get it, huh? You're a girl. There's no way I can sleep in the same room as you. Saber freezes. Anyway, I'm going to prepare you a room when I come home, so just rest until then. I run out the door. Man, this is pathetic. But I'm running away, and I'm doing it in front of my opponent, too. Jeez, what am I, a kid or something? I run outside and slap my blushing face. Well, anyway, Saber should understand since I told her so firmly. I'll apologize for yelling at her after I come home. I go down the hill. It takes about 30 minutes to get to school on foot, so I don't have to worry, but I'm walking quickly right now. The reason being... the girl walking silently behind me. She'll follow me to school if I don't do anything. I have to clearly tell her right here. Saber, I told you to wait at the house. You won't obey your master? I stop and turn to her. After glaring at me... Who knows? If a servant is not following its master's order, it must mean the servant did not hear its master. Pro has so many rooms, just pick one. Yeah, I know. She turns away from me. I ignore Saber and go down the hill. Behind me... Saber's there, silently putting pressure on me. Go home now. Do I have to tell you that it's annoying to have you following me? I glare at the girl who is walking exactly 5 meters behind me. I don't know what her problem is, but I'm just met with silent defiance. Jesus. I have no idea what she's so mad about, but I'm sure she's just obstinate. Fine, whatever, just do what you want. I ignore Saber and walk on. I go up the hill leading to the school. This town has a lot of hills, but this one's especially long. The school on top of the hill is high enough to be able to see everything in this town. It's a bit past 1 o'clock. Fortunately, I don't see any students around. It's Sunday, so I bet most people in the clubs are still resting after eating their lunch. Well, that's good, but I still shouldn't go any further. I sigh and give up. I turn around. When I stop, Saber comes up to me and glares. She looks even more angry as if I've been ignoring her this whole time. Saber? What is it? I believe you told me to do as I wish. So you only hear things that are convenient for you then, huh? Of course, I am a servant, so I cannot allow my master to be in danger. Jeez. Alright, you win. I give up. So let's go to school together. You should understand that the school is a safe place if you go there. And I'm sorry for yelling at you earlier. Huh? Well, let's make up a story for you. You're a relative from my father, and you came here to visit and sightsee. Is that alright? I walk up the hill with Saber. Oh, yes, I do not mind if that is convenient for you. Alright, that's what we'll go with. Yep. You would have met them sooner or later, so it doesn't matter if I introduce them to you now. That's right. Saber's bound to meet Sakura and Fujini. She's staying at my place. Oh yeah, I forgot to ask you, but where did you get those clothes? Rin gave these to me. She said I will need formal clothes, since I cannot turn into spirit form. That's unexpected. I'm not surprised by Tosaka's kindness, but just that she'd have such feminine clothes. Then, what about the armor? Is that back at the house? No, the armor is formed from my magical energy. I can remove it at my will. It'll immediately protect me during battle. So you can take it out at will? I believe I just said that. Pardon me. Hopefully that'll tamp that down for a while. Yes, so you need not worry. I shall protect you even if an enemy attacks us here. Yeah, I guess that is comforting. Maybe because I've kept so quiet up until now, my honest opinions slip out. Saber doesn't answer me and continues up the hill. We reach the school gate. Oh, well, I guess I'll just pretend I'm showing a new student around school. Hey Saber, if anybody stops you, just shake your head. It'll be great if you can make an expression like you don't understand Japanese. Saber, what's with that severe expression? Don't try and scare me like that. Huh? Oh no, I was not looking at you, Shiro. I was just surprised at how strong the lingering magical energy is here. Lingering magical energy? Is that true? Saber says so, but I don't really feel anything. Well, I can't feel any magical energy unless it's really strong. Yes, but it's not something to be surprised about. Rin is in the same grade as you, right? This is the place where a great mage has gone for over a year. I'm sure she has a workshop, so some magical energy will flow out no matter how well she may try to hide it. Seems the magical energy Saber feels is from Tosaka. She's pretty stupid for getting her magical energy sensed even before we went inside. Wait, is she in there right now? No, it does not seem she's in there. I should be able to feel her energy more strongly if she is. Nobody resembling a mage is currently in the property. There is a strange feeling, but there is no danger. I told you there's no danger here, so let's go in. Oh, Emiya? What are you doing? Are you in charge of her meal? A person that knows you well comes in handy at a time like this. Mitsuzuri Ayako, the captain of the archery club, even figured out why I was here just by seeing me. Yeah, I'm here to deliver her lunch, as you guessed. Is Fujini there? Yep. Man, you saved us. We were worried because she was hungry and started getting edgy. Cafeteria is closed. We were considering going somewhere to buy her food. Was it that serious? Wait, where are you thinking of going? Toyotsu by yourself? Where else can I go? We're short on money already, so I can't be spending money on emergency food. I was expecting from Mitsuzuri, the woman who hates to waste money. By the way, Toyotsuyu is the name of the supermarket in the shopping district. In the archery club, anyone resting their arm and taking a break is set on a grocery run as an exercise. It's kind of a contradictory custom because even though it's an exercise to test your arm, you have to carry back a lot of groceries. To rest your arm, sorry. That's some misfortune. Sorry, that's some misfortune. Here's the lunch. It's a bit late but go ahead and give it to Fujini. I held out the bag. Wow, a 3-layered box lunch. It's been a while since I've seen this. You're good at doing small, intricate things. I don't know what she's happy about, but she smiles. Oh yeah, she's good at mass production. Mitsuzuri is usually in charge of dinner during our training camp, and she surprises us every time. The world of cooking is deep, considering how curry with whole potatoes in it tasted good. Well, anyway, Mitsuzuri will only look inside the bag and doesn't take it. Hey, just take the bag. Isn't there a problem in there with Fujini going wild? Yeah, if you think so, you should go in there quickly and give the lunch to her. First of all, you should know that she'd get mad if I turned you away. Here. I don't want to be chewed out by Fujimura-sensei, so go in. She points to the range using her chin. She's right. You can get scary later on if I don't at least go see her. I'm not here for archery practice, so I can go home as soon as I hand her this lunch. I give up and go to the archery range. But, Mitsuzuri, you should be checking if Fujini has her lunch, or not, since you've been in there long enough. It's bad if the teacher starts looking at her students' lunches. Well, I was a bit tired this morning. I've been busy lately, so I don't have much time to spare. Well, it does no good to be complaining to you. Then she suddenly comes up to me and whispers into my ear. So, who is she? She's really beautiful. Do you know her? Her voice is tense as she asks. Oh, yeah, you'd usually be surprised to see Saber. Blonde and foreign looking. All the more if she's coming to the archery range after me. So, is that an acquaintance of yours? It's kind of complicated, but let's just say she is. And if you can go ahead and tell everyone not to make a fuss about her, then we can go in. I'll be indebted to you. Alright, I'm curious, but I like that condition. Don't take it back later, okay, Amiya? I open the door. Saber silently follows after me and Mitsuzuri. We enter the archery range. The range is as loud as a battlefield. Just trust us on that. And since it's right after lunch. Fujimura-sensei, Misaki-san, is saying she's going to die of stomachache. How old is that cracker? That's just her side hurting. I ate it, and I'm doing fine, so just give her some kelp tea. Taiga-sensei, I'm going to practice. Can I move the stove? It's cold in the corner of the range. Alright, since you have some guts, go run around the range 3 times in shorts. Go and beat the rotten character out of yours into shape. Sensei, we have someone bleeding over here. Kyoto-kun cut her cheek with a bowstring. You don't have to go to the nurse's office for this small wound. Just rub some of the aloe planted in the back on it. Ouch. Jeez, why is the bow like this? I can't pull the string out well if it's like this. Oh, there! Don't push on the top. You're still young, so get someone to help you if it's difficult. If you break it, your neck will get broken later on. That is, I'm going to break your neck for breaking our precious bow. Sensei, we don't have any powder. My hand's slipping. Oh, really? Can someone go to the storage room and get some of the stock? Sensei, we're out of the stock as well. I think it's because you forgot to order more the other day. Oh man, then first years are to go to the basketball club and steal some of their rosin bags. Man, she's nuts. Hold on. Gothmoth, when you're asking aloe, do you mean like... Yeah, I know. Taiga's kind of like a slave driver and weird. You know what aloe is, right? That was phrased kind of weird. Anyway. Man. This place doesn't change at all. Well, I can't be watching this hellish scene forever. Oh, great timing. Hey, Sakura. Oh, great timing. Hey, Sakura. I call out to her. Senpai? Sakura puts down the bow in her hand and runs to me. Senpai, why did you come here today? Could it be, Just use it like that. I don't know. Doesn't aloe have, like, healing properties? At least it might get rid of the sting. I don't know. Maybe Taiga's just weird. Because she is.
Why did you come here today? Could it be,
Yeah, I brought a lunch for Fujini. I'm sorry, but can you go get that crazy teacher over here?
oh. Oh, yeah. She was calling someone.
I don't know where her cheerful went as she slumps her shoulders. That's it. Fujini's giving absurd orders because she's hungry, right? It must be too late. It might be too late, but let her eat this since I made it. Oh, sorry for coming home late last night, and thanks for making me dinner.
Yes, I'm glad you say so, but...
She looks behind me. There stands a golden-haired girl, unsuited for this range.
Senpai?
Oh, was I too late? I mean, I made some for you as well, but is it unnecessary?
No, that's not true. I'm hungry as well. I gave half of my lunch to Sensei.
Yeah, I thought so. I made your lunch so that you can eat it right away. It shouldn't take that long to eat it. Well, I don't think anyone's going to complain if that's the case.
You're right. I'll have some then. Will you be here all today?
Yeah, since I'm here, I guess I'll stay until the club's over. I skipped making dinner yesterday, so I'll cook dinner today. Come and eat with us.
Yes, it'll be my pleasure. Then I'm gonna get Sensei. Senpai, please don't just drop off the lunch and go away, okay?
Sakura goes to get Fujini in a hurry. When they look around, Mitsuzuri is explaining things to the students that are getting rowdy from seeing Saber. Well, I've accomplished my goal. Time to dip. I'm full now. The sugar's flowing in my brain, so I'm fully up to par now. The break room. Fujini's munching on some sweet bean jelly as she drinks some tea. The only thing audible in the quiet dojo is the sound of arrows. Must be because Fujini's calm now.
Sensei, I'm going to the range now, so excuse me.
Alrighty. Oh, can you tell Mrs. Zuri-san to come out here? I need to talk to her.
Okay, please stay to leisure, Senpai. If you can, it'd help me out if you would coach me.
Sakura bows and leaves. But when she does so, she looks uneasily at Saber, who's watching us quietly by the wall.
So, what are you going to do till now? Club's over at 5, so will you just watch until then?
What should I do? Seems Saber's looking at the archery range with interest, so I should... I mean, literally everybody told me to stay at the archery range, so I'm just going to stay at the archery range. Yeah, I think it'll cause trouble if I walk around school with Saber. I'll relax in this familiar club room. Yeah, I'll stay and watch if it's not going to be bother Fujini.
Alright, well I'm going to teach, so you can relax here. Oh, you don't have to restrain yourself, so if you want to shoot, you're my student, so you'd be better than most people.
And you'd be better than most people. I mean, it's true that I'm better than anyone when it comes to shooting arrows. Even though I was away for a while, I'm sure I can get the same result I had when I used to come here. But it's not because of my skill in archery. I can hit the target like I do in my mind, just because of my everyday training in magic. That's not true, Fujini. I'm missing the endurance part. What? Do you mean you have to shoot more than 200 arrows a day, and now everything else is just releasing the bow? You know boring things, Shiro. Hey, you should know this if you do archery. At any rate, I can't shoot if my mind isn't into it. I'm not prepared at all, so I don't know if I'll even hit the target.
Oh, but Shiro, shooting arrows every day isn't the only way to train. The endurance is good enough if you're training yourself. It's good to make a distinction, but it's also good to try and respect archery. It'll all be good if you just nod and be honest once in a while.
Fujini disappears into the range. Mitsuzuri comes in as if to take her place.
Excuse me. Oh, why the upset face, Amiya? Oh, I bet Fujimura scolded you, huh?
I guess so. She told me not to worry too much. Well, I guess she's right.
Oh, I see. I thought you quit because you didn't want to shoot anymore, but you still want to, huh? That's unexpected.
It's unexpected? What, you thought I got bored with archery?
Yeah, you only missed the target once. You were freaking good ever since you joined the archery club. Your form was really beautiful, and you looked like you didn't know how to miss. I thought you weren't happy with that about hitting the target because you're so good. You can get into the mentality without the bow, so I was annoyed that the bow might just be hindering you. You're so good at doing archery. Oh, did I guess right? I bet I did. Shooting is the mentality of shooting your mind, right? The arrow is not shot at the target, but shot at the mind of the shooter trying to hit the target. So you won't understand the mentality if you can't face it yourself.
In other words, archery is a way to kill yourself. It's trying to make yourself transparent and to become one with nature. The 8 stages of shooting, Ashiumbi, Dozokuri, Yugame, Uchiokoshi, Hikiwaki, Kai, Hanari, and Zanshin exist for that purpose. Kai, the unity of the self and the target. Hanare, releasing the arrow, which has become yourself in the moment time stops. Zanshin, the self that is shot at the target already knows it will hit, and the action is the result, and the result become one to make the past and future into a point. It is only a way to train yourself according to set stages. Yes, archery is similar to meditation and magic.
Well, it's like preaching to the Buddha. Hitting the target is like a bonus in archery. Archery is more like a path to obtain the mentality. It's a path, not a technique. But to put it another way, you can't reach that mentality without a bow and arrow. I thought this is the boring part for you. We shoot arrows and feel it when we hit the target. We know hitting the target is only a technique, but we can't succeed unless the arrow hits its mark. But you're the type that doesn't care where the arrow goes. Anyone can hit the target in archery, disregarding bothersome things like 8 stages of shooting. Anyone can hit the target if they pursue the technique to hit the target. But they're only making the arrow hit the target with the technique. Real shooting hits no matter how bad the shooter may be.
I don't know. I go to the range so that I can hit the target.
That's what I'm talking about. Isn't there a faster way than getting a bow and going into the range? First of all, the bow and the arrow are necessary for you. You missed a target once before, right? I went to see how surprised you looked, but you were acting normally. I asked you why, and you said I missed because I imagined for it to miss. It didn't miss as a result, so you made it miss with your own will. That's when I thought that you're always imagining the arrow striking the target before you release it.
What are you saying? It's just basics, right? Don't you imagine the arrow hitting the target and release it accordingly?
Of course, people try different things, wishing for a good result, but it's only in our imagination. We can't see it like you do, Emiya. It means you're one with nature. You've reached nothingness, to put it in martial arts terms.
I don't know if I'm really seeing, but I can nod back to the nothingness part. It is the strength of a mage to erase oneself to make the self into a circuit, making the self transparent and ridding oneself of attachments and wishes to only obtain the result. The training of archery and magic are similar in regards to making the self into nothing. That's difficult. So, what is it you wanted to tell me?
It's just that it's easy for you to turn transparent because you're unselfish. You should be more selfish and greedy. It's boring to become a master at such a young age, right? I won't tell you to be like Shinji, but why don't you have some fun once in a while?
Oh, no one should ever be like Shinji. I'm at a loss for words. I think that's not true, but I can't think of anything that's fun for me.
See, that's why you're troubling Sakura so much. You have to know to have fun now, or you won't be able to when you get old. People call those kinds of people good for nothings, you know?
Man, has it been so bad that a classmate's worrying about when I get old? Why are you so worried about me?
Because you don't laugh, Emiya.
Huh?
I'm talking about the training camp we had before. We were all laughing, but you didn't laugh even at my best jokes.
So...
Yep, I'm still holding a grudge from that time, she declares as if smiling to her rival.
Mitsuzuri is everyone's rival. The club ends when the sun starts setting. The sun sets earlier in the wintertime, and they must also take into account the dangerous events happening recently. Oh, where's Shinji? I didn't really see him today, even though he's captain of the archery team. He's skipping the club. He might have a new girlfriend. He's like this recently. Mitsuzuri says this as if it's nothing, and walks into the school building. Say, I have business in the teacher's office. Holding the key in her hand, the archery club captain leaves. We're at the front gate. Fujini, Sakura, Saber, and I part with everyone else there here. Goodbye, Sensei. Don't you send me a tiger. We start going down the hill with those voices in the background. We keep walking. Sakura and Fujini are beside me, and Saber's following behind us. Why is that girl following us? Then, it seems she only realized it now. Hey, do you know her, Shiro? That's the second time today I've heard that question. Thanks to Mitsuzuri letting me practice, I'm able to answer without hesitation. Yeah, I brought her here, so it's natural for me to know her, right? Yeah, so what kind of relationship do you have with her? Yeah, I never heard Shiro having a foreign friend. No, she's not my friend, but an acquaintance of my father. I guess she's the daughter of a friend of my father, something like that. Kiritsuga-san? This girl came to visit Kiritsuga-san? Yeah, she'll be staying at my place for a while, so please give her your best regards. Huh? Sakura and Fujini give the same reaction at the same time. Well, I guess that's natural for them to be surprised. Wait, Shiro, are you going to be living with her? No, Saber's only staying for a short while. It's only letting her stay here, like in a hotel. It's nothing to be surprised about, right? She's called Saber-san senpai? Yeah, I know, it's kind of a weird name. I think it's some strange aspects considering she's not used to Japan. Oh, she might seem a bit blunt, but she's actually really kind. It'll help me out if you can be friends with her, Sakura. Okay, that's fine, but... Sakura looks away from me and looks at Fujini as if asking for help. Fujimura-sensei, will you permit Saber-san stay? I can't approve of as a teacher. We should have used a fake name. Hold on. Gothmoth says, dang, maybe should have used a fake name. Yeah, you really should have at some point. Literally anything other than her name is Saber. I don't get this. I can't approve it as a teacher, but I also can't ignore someone who came depending on Kiritsuga-san. She looks dependable, but I don't think anything will happen. Right, Shiro? Fujini glances at me and asks an impolite question. Of course, she's my guest. If she's my father's guest, I can't do anything impolite to her. First of all, she's like my sister or something. How old is she? She looks younger than Sakura-chan. I guess so. She stares at my face. Then, once we come to the bottom of the hill... Do you like her, Shiro? She suddenly gets me with a surprise attack. I don't know. I just met her too. I can't answer a question like that. Oh, my face is burning. My face is all red now. You're telling the truth, but it might be possible in the future, huh? I don't know what she read off me. Fujini crosses her arms and grows quiet as she's pondering something. To sum things up, Saber's stay was approved. I guess that's fine. It'll be a good experience if you consider this like a homestay. The place has a lot of empty rooms, you know. Like a lot. Like damn. Fujini makes up her mind. Sakura was silent the whole time, but... Okay, I guess it's not something I can protest about. It seems she understood in the end. So it's dinner time now. I put extra effort into it. as a welcome party for Saber and as thanks for last night. I prepared minced bonita salad, fried chicken, meat stew, and tempura of every kind. Dinner consisting of various dishes. Ends without anyone saying anything. I washed the dishes in the kitchen. It's not like I was hoping for a cheerful dinner from the very first day, but couldn't there have been, I don't know, a little more conversation? I think today's tempura was really well made. It was perfectly made, so they should have at least said something. But they didn't finish all of it. What's up with more, please? 3 times being the only thing that was said. Cleaning up after 4 people takes a bit of effort. Actually, could there be a meaning behind the fact that Sakura is not coming to help me tonight? Is she mad? Did I do something to mess with her? Well, dinner's over, so I guess it's time now. It's past 9 o'clock. They usually go home around this time. Fujini, can you walk Sakura home if you're going to go home? I call out to her while doing the dishes in the kitchen. There's no reply. Fujini's watching the TV like she didn't hear me. Hello? Didn't you hear me, Fujimura-sensei? I go to the living room and tap her head. Then, I'm sorry, but I can't do that. I won't be able to take Sakura-chan home for a while. Why? You got to do something? No. It's because I'll be staying here starting tonight. It's as if she's already decided. Excuse me? How about you join us, Sakura-chan? I'll contact your place if you want. It's more fun for all of us to be here, right? Oh, yes, please. You really are dependable, Fujimura-sensei. Wait. Why is Sakura so enthusiastic? Alright, we can use the tatami room in the back. There's enough futons for all of us. That's fine with you, right, Saber-chan? Is it just me, or does that sound more like an order? Saber's looking at me as if asking for help. Has she said literally anything ever since we got to the school? This will be a problem, Shiro. I am to protect you. I cannot do so if I'm in the same room as them. And I would not know how to interact with them. Sorry, can't stop Fujini. And it sounds like Fujini's using the proposal as an exchange. She'll probably take back letting you stay here if I refuse. We'll end up sleeping on the streets if that happens. That is a problem as well. The bandit field here is excellent. This location is a good base. You're well prepared here for any surprise attack. I see. Then please hang in there for that reason. We should be able to meet up quickly as long as we're here. It's hard work to keep Fujini company, but just say you don't understand Japanese if she troubles you. Hey, stop whispering over there. Come this way, Saber-chan. Shiro's a boy, so he can be by himself, right? Fujini pulls Saber to her. It's all decided, I guess. Saber's stay is approved. Fujini's staying, and Sakura's going to keep them company as well. Population here has increased drastically in just one day. This place is kind of like a hotel now. It's bedtime. The lights finally go out in the noisy tatami-floored room, and silence returns. They say it gets noisy whenever women gather, but I guess that holds true even for the quiet Saber and Sakura. No, that's wrong. I must have heard Fujini's laughter. But still, it's true that it was loud in that room. It's not good for my mental health to have girls my age being rowdy in the same house. What does that mean, Shiro? Damn, my sleepiness just went away just thinking about them. Sleepiness just went away thinking about them. Things like Saber's troubled face, if Saber and Sakura are getting along, and whether Fujini's thinking at all or not. I get a headache the more I think about them. If it's like this, then it might have been better to have Saber sleep in the room next to mine. It's 11 o'clock. The lights are out, and the house is dead silent. I quietly make my way to the door, so I won't wake him up. I go outside. The moon is bright and the wind is cold. Under the winter sky, the world is silent as if frozen. It's quiet inside the shed. This is the place where Lancer cornered me last night. It's also the place where Saber appeared. The entrance is open and it's dark inside, as if to drive away anybody that might enter. I go inside. I shut the door to keep the air out and turn on the stove. Shoot at least 200 arrows a day, huh? The teachings of archery focus on accuracy, piercing strength, and endurance. Accuracy is how well one can hit the target. Piercing strength is the power to pierce the target. And endurance is to maintain the accuracy and piercing strength. I think there was something in an archery manual. Something about continuing forever after one masters the true meaning of archery, and how one should shoot more than 200 arrows a day. Yeah, I don't know what to do as a master, so I should at least train my magic. I sit down and take a deep breath. I adjust my breathing and start my usual training. My mind imagines the same thing. An image of a sword that pops into my brain. This is different from his training in Fate route, which is interesting. I ignore it and clear my head even more. Never mind. After letting magical energy flow through my body, I start with a strengthening magic like always. The magic that I succeeded at for the first time in a few years last night. I have to repeat it before I forget the sensation. Trace on. I narrow my eyes and breathe out. That's all for now. I'll forget about the Holy Grail War, Saber, and Tosaka once I start the process. I clear my head from all hesitations. But during the process, the thought that Tosaka might be doing the same training never escapes my head. I think. Yep. Even though it's technically an interlude, that's... Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to cut it here. It's a good, nice, long chunk. Oh, shit. We had a full day, so it's basically like we were doing, like how we used to do it. Where is it? Return top. Yep. Sorry about, like, sound cutting in, like, cutting out almost immediately. It's an issue with my headphones. I don't think I'll be able to fix it for this episode because there's just so fucking much of it. But I will take measures so that it doesn't happen next time. So, I don't know, guys. Look forward to it. In the meantime, have a very good and interesting week. Take care now. And thank you for everybody who attended live. Cool. You guys are super cool.